there. Happy Wednesday. It is time for Intuition Wednesday, live on YouTube and live on Reddit. So it's hump day. We're at the midweek point. We got this. We are that much closer to our weekend, if that's something that you get excited about getting towards. I would think, why not? But who knows? Maybe every day is like a weekend for you. I don't know. We all have different things going on in our lives, different stages. So, Intuition Wednesday is an opportunity for you to practice your intuition. We all have psychic abilities. Our crown chakra is one of our energy centers that is a direct communication with source energy, where we can connect in with our angels, our guides. We can connect in with loved ones who have maybe crossed over, but it depends on your belief system, your comfort level, and I guess even your interest in working on developing those abilities. But it is possible. And some of you already might be totally there too, right? And then we also have our third eye, which is our connection with our higher self. So when we come into a body, we we are energy. And so our energy, our soul comes into a physical body. Our physical body is not who we are, but it's who our, I guess, what our representation is for this lifetime. And our bodies in this lifetime also can give us some physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual challenges, right? And those challenges can be beautiful lessons to help our soul to grow. So where was I going with all that? Well, your energy that is now attached within this body is also still connected with source energy. It's still connected to the collective energy up in the ethers, right? And so that's why when you, let's say, go into a meditation and you calm your mind down and get out of that head, you have an opportunity to tap in, right? Tap into those energetic connections, the unlimited resources that we have available to us. And we can get messages in different ways. We can get messages through the thoughts that come into our head, through the images that we see, through the feelings that we get. Such as like emotions, but then also the feelings, the physical feelings within our body. It might be something you smell or you taste. All that is connected to our intuition. And it's about practicing to getting used to how does that communication work and being able to trust that communication. So it's important for all of us, if or everyone who's wanting to grow their intuition, to be able to practice it. Right. So this will be an opportunity for you to practice it. I'm just choosing my deck of cards, which cards I'm going to use today. Oh, I'm going to use my animal deck. I have my animal tarot deck. Okay. So this is the deck. I'm going to start shuffling. So I hope your week has been going well so far. The energy has been moving quicker. We have a stronger flow that now that Mercury is no longer in retrograde, it's stationed direct. And it gives us, there's some other things I think that have gone into retrograde, some other planets. I'm not an astrologer, so, and I haven't tapped into my astrology app for, I think, a couple of days. So I need to tune back in to see what's going on. But I can definitely feel the energy and it feels faster. I'm feeling it within my own experience of what's been going on within my life. So you can see what resonates for you. There are 4 cards that want to come out. There might be a message for you from one or more of the cards. And so you're going to determine which cards have a message for you. And it's up to you how you want to communicate with your higher self and your angels and guides. So, and you can try different things at different times. Today, you can decide whether, here's one strategy. I'll put it this way. You can ask for any type of message to give you an indication that a particular card has a message for you. So it can be any type of sign, whether you're, using one of your five senses for that message to come in. Or it could be a message such as, be specific, give me a message no matter what, let's say, and be specific if this card has a message for me. You can even use a red light, green light analogy, visualizing something green, thinking about something green, tasting something green, to go. Green means go. So then that card might have a message for you. Red meaning no, this doesn't have a message for you. So it's up to you on how you want that communication to work. So I am going to, I'm not looking at cards yet. I have them. Oh, I have, the mechanic was trying to call me. I'll have to call him back. All right, so we're gonna go to card number one. I'm just gonna show you the back of the card. All the backs of the cards look identical, so you'll be seeing an identical card here. And so you can choose where you wanna look on the card, just where you're drawn to, actually. Just where does your focus go to? And just use that sense of sight to start and see if any messages come up. Maybe it looks, hey, whoever's on YouTube, hello, hello. Maybe it looks light and bright or heavy or busy or chill, right? And when you're ready, close your eyes and then tune into the energy that way. Closing your eyes, and then you can use your other senses and feel into the energy of the card. You can also make sure your feet are firmly planted on the ground, grounding yourself down, feeling grounded and connected. You do some nice deep breaths in and out through your nose to settle down into the energy. And hopefully I held up this card long enough for you. If I didn't hold up the card long enough for you, let me know. If you're watching this after the fact, you can always pause it and then have it holding up, have me holding it up here for as long as you need to. So if you did get any type of indication, any type of message, if you want, I look for this to be interactive. So you could write it down in the comments. You can say, card number one, this is what I got. But you might not get a message for all the cards depending on how you're doing it. And don't compare your messages to anyone else's, yet read other people's comments, because we can learn from each other as the different ways we get messages. And you might even gain an additional message by reading someone else's too. You never know. But when I said compare, I mean by don't judge your own messages based on what other people are getting. Okay, so that's card number one. Card number two, again, looks identical because we're just looking at the back of the card at this point. Once I show you all four cards, then I'll do the reveal. So just using your eyes, so that sense of sight to start. And even though the back of the card looks the same, the energy is very different because it's based on the animal energy that is all over this card, right? And all over each of the cards. So that's the energy that we're tapping into. And again, feel free to write any comments. If you get any messages, you can say, card number two, this is what I got, or didn't get anything for card number three, let's say. So if you haven't yet close your eyes, tune into the energy of the card in this way and see what messages might come up. Okay, so that's card number two. Okay, we got a message there. I'll check it just before we go on card number three. Disco, hey, animal energy has to be Chewy related. Well, Chewy is right here on the floor beside me, so his energy is definitely within the stream. And Gracie is under my chair. So you definitely have dog energy. All right, we're going into card number three. Card number three. Breathing into the energy of the card. When you're ready, close your eyes. Tune into the energy. See what messages might come through your thoughts, through your emotions. Where do you feel the energy of the card within your body? For me, and this could be different for everyone, for me, I'm feeling this card in my solar plexus. Okay. That's card number three. Again, let me know if you want me to hold that up any longer if you're watching this live, if I didn't do that long enough for you. Here is card number four. See if the back of the card looks any different to you, to your mind's eye. Again, I'm just showing you the back and then I'll reveal it. This gives you an opportunity to tap into the energy of the card. I'm using animal cards here. You don't have to guess what animal it is. Just it's just about feeling into the energy, tapping into your thoughts, seeing if any images pop into your head. Do any emotions come up? Okay, so that's card number four. So I'm going to reveal them all. And feel free, if you haven't done so yet, you can write your messages, whatever messages you got, into the comments. And then let's see what comes up. Okay. I'm sorry if I get any seeds from my shake in between my teeth. The first card, card number one, is beaver. I feel like saying, I am Canadian. We got the energy of the beaver. Now, beaver is about, I know where your mind might be going, but beaver energy is about getting shit done. It's about working. Beavers, they're always working, 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 gnawing down trees and building up their dams. And then their dams get taken down and then they have to build another dam. They're working, working, working. And even though we are needing to balance our masculine and our feminine energy, there has been a real highlight on that goddess feminine energy, needing to be within our flow and be patient and open and gentle and allowing abundance to flow in and being open to receiving abundance. Yet this time, especially this week, is very much moving forward. And so there's different tasks that need to get done. So you might feel that busyness within you. And you might want to just like, I don't want to do anything. Like you could get into that place, but you need to get shit done. So this is the message of get the shit done. Still try to find that balance, right? You're still aiming for that balance. You're not going to drive yourself into the ground. So then you end up getting sick and then can't get any more shit done, right? You need to find that balance. Um, but just one foot in front of the other. Just get the next task, write your lists down. And this is to make headway, some good accomplishments, some just go with your inspiration, take that action. And I feel like success is on its way. You have been working hard, also mixed in with a lot of emotional turbulence. You've been dealing with a lot of stuff going on. If this card has been resonating with you, you've been dealing with a lot of stuff and different things coming at you from different directions and needing to process it, and maybe emotions going up and down. I think the majority of us can relate to that on some level. But I feel like we're okay. So they're showing me a running track and we're heading towards the finish line, even though personal growth and learning and it's never done, right? You're not just gonna, I made it. That's it. I'm done. You're not necessarily going to feel that way. Um, but at this stage, there's stuff that needs to get done, which will take you to a level of, and everything feels like it's falling into place. Okay. So it's going to, I feel like we need to do that right now. It's okay. It's okay. You've got this. Keep on breathing, keep on moving forward, find that balance, get shit done, and you're going to be okay. So that's card number one. Oh, and what does it say on the card? It says, working for our dreams. Working for our dreams. All right. The next card, card number two. Awesome, awesome card. Fox, which is the magician. So this is believing in your magical self. And the energy is, I'll call it ripe. They're showing me a peach that is beautifully ripe, that when you bite into it, the juiciness, it might be a pain, but it might be running down your face, but just tasting so good, so much satisfaction in that. And that's the type of energy that is there to gain that satisfaction. So it's interesting how they showed me the juice coming down. It's it's going after that nectar of life. And so you need to believe, you need to dream big, like set those sights high. uh don't settle. Don't settle. And you might not have all of the information yet. So if something feels right to still move forward, yet you think, I don't know if this is going to be long term, and that could be a job, that could be a relationship, um, it, it could be a project, right? It could be anything. So even if you're unsure as to the lasting power, the staying power, the ultimate satisfaction, but you felt a drive to move forward. There's some things that you like about. There's some things that excite you about going in that direction of moving forward in that direction. So that's all you need to listen to, is listen to that heart, and if it feels good, then move forward. Um, but sometimes that fear of maybe getting hurt, that can come up. So again, notice that, and I guess I had this message yesterday, and I'm hesitating because I feel like I'm going to save this message, and then we all need to with it, is to what would be right for us, okay, as individuals. So if you have that fear of something not working out, of making a wrong decision, of not having lasting power, we want to be able to let that go. So if you have an opportunity to maybe let go of the need for it to work, let go of the need to, oh, I want to see what that says. Of the need to, for things to happen, for needing it to be right, let go of the need to be right, and just simply move ahead. Just simply move ahead and release any expectations. And then where I was going to go with this is, it does have to do with the heart, right? If something brings you enjoyment, it brings you pleasure, it makes your heart sing, then that heart chakra is involved. And so allowing yourself to full on open your heart and like, yeah, I'm like giving all of me to this. That might be a bit too much right now. You need to sit with that. We each need to sit with that. Is it too much? Um, or do we need to keep some guarding right now? That doesn't even seem like, there's a side of me like, well, you shouldn't have a guarded heart, but maybe you should, right? Maybe you open it and allow yourself to feel into it, get clear, communicate, um, where you're at. Communicate, like speak from your heart. What's true to you? Um, if it's appropriate to have discussions, if there's other people involved with whatever you're moving forward in, have those open discussions so you can get that clear picture. And then maybe you can decide from there if you're full on in, or if you're just going to close up a little more, close back up again, maybe not all the way. Or maybe you're not closing at all. You're staying open in where you are. So you got to see how this resonates with you. You got to open, so you can stay open to where you are and just not maybe go further just yet. You can do it in little bits and steps if it continues to feel safe, right? You don't have to full on go, all right, I'm in. You know what I mean? You can open to feel how it feels, especially if you're talking about there's a connection with someone else. When you allow yourself to open, you can feel their heart energy and see how that feels to have that drawn in connection. And sometimes you, like, if you have had a wounded heart, which many of us had, and maybe it's a wounded heart from losing a job, right? A job, a friend, or a lover, a child, a sibling. Um, it can be hard to open up that heart. It can be scary, right? But if we can let go of it being right and let go, like I found, like I keep on saying, like I had this experience the other day where I got the message from a friend, and and then I had a dream, and the dream gave me a message that this situation, let's say over here, wasn't that dream desire, that ultimate, right? And getting that message allowed me to fully let go. And then what I didn't realize, when I fully let go, my heart opened, and I allowed myself to feel in to that energy, to that heart energy. I was like, wow, this is pretty nice. This feels good. Wow, this is beautiful. This is amazing. And then after communication, I was able to receive the message of and feeling into it of that situation not being open. I realized that that situation was totally not open. And so I was like, okay, I needed to have all of this roll out so I can feel what it felt like to actually have my heart open, which was neat. I felt like I needed that. It doesn't matter what the result was, right? I felt like I needed that. So then with that situation, I have a choice of staying with it a little bit open, just like, okay, so I'll just stay here and just do my thing and not wrap anything around that, right? Um, as opposed to opening up wide. Because now that I see with the situation that it's still closed, there's no sense in me putting that type of energy into it. So for me, it's good just to leave it lackadaisy, right? Just kind of flow with it and just see what happens. Energies can shift, right? They can shift, or not. And so it's an opportunity to observe. So when we can allow ourselves to let go and flow, that's where the magic happens. And that's the energy of that fox, that magician who can flow things to happen. And let's say you're going after a job. We don't want to wrap so much around, I need that job, I want that job. It's just like, oh, I hope I get it. Oh, I hope I get it. The energy is actually more closed, even though you might think you are so open to receiving it because you are putting lots of energy out there and it feels like so good. Um, but you're so zoned in on that needing to work that it actually ends up closing the energy off. So we want everything to be open. So again, you're going to see how that resonates for you. Let's go to card number 3. We have the frog. I have to tell you, I love all these cards today. We have the frog energy. Fertility and new beginnings. So, if this card resonates with you or resonated with you when I was holding them up, or if it resonates now, maybe you weren't here for the very beginning, and that's okay. So, if this card resonates for you, ah, you are in a fertile stage of moving forward, of things flowing, and so I'm wanting to say, congratulations, you are within your flow. And something that someone said to me the other day, moist jelly beans. Nice. Absolutely, it's magical. Absolutely. Okay, so if this card resonates with you, you are within your flow. So, yeah, congratulations. You're within your flow. You're moving forward. You're not holding on to things too tight. You've been taking action, and stuff is coming to you. Different opportunities are coming to you, and you'll have an opportunity to make a choice because there's different ways that you can go, but there's definitely going to be choices that feel better for you than other choices. And in some cases, you might have some choices come forward that can lead you to choices down the road. So it might not necessarily look or feel like exactly what you were looking for, but if that's what's presenting, and there's still some feeling of goodness within it, then you can move forward. And then as you're moving forward there, and if other things come in that end up feeling better, you can always switch gears as more reveal it, more information is revealed with any other opportunities that are coming in. When I think about the frog, I think about the big leaps forward, right? They take a big leap, and they're showing me the moon with planting the flag in the moon. So this is you going after those desires and taking that leap of faith, and moving forward in the direction that feels right for you at this time, and no fear about right or wrong. It's just what's right for you at this time. They're showing me the gear shift. You switch gears as you need to. And as you trust and flow forward, you're getting into alignment. They're showing me being on a river, and they keep giving me this type of analogy, but it's a little bit different in the picture that they're giving me. They might have given this to me once before, but you're on your raft, and then you're coming to a point where there's, let's say, 3 potential paths. And so it will end up being clear where the extra force wants to take you as you're feeling into your energy, feeling into your heart, and then you'll get that propulsion forward into the right path, leading you forward. When I also think about frogs, they lay a ton of eggs, right? And there's different stages of these eggs, going to tadpoles and then making their way to the frog. And so in some cases, our manifestations are in different stages. And so to trust in that, they're still going to grow. They're still going to grow. So allow that growth to happen in beautiful divine timing in the stages that it needs to happen in, and trust that the universe has your back. You can ask your angels and guides for assistance. Keep on clearing your energy with Archangel Michael. So when other people are judging, or maybe they have, is that the right term? Ill will is what I heard. Ill will towards you. You can keep yourself protected. So before I go into the last card, let's do a little protection with Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, please clear all of our energy fields. Cut cords with everyone who it's not for our highest and greatest alignment to be energetically corded with. And protect us with your beautiful light. I'm seeing a beautiful golden light. He also has a beautiful blue light. All right, let's go to the final card. This card has been well loved. Okay, the energy of the firefly, spiritual inspiration and hope. So, when I think about the firefly, of course, I think about it lighting up, creating some light within the dark, helping to guide us. So, that light is representation of spiritual guidance and lighting our way. So, the image that they're giving me is at night and you're walking and then a line of fireflies like lighting up as you're walking, helping you to find your way, kind of like having tiki torches down and lighting the black path. It can be scary when you can't really fully see where you're going. Don't you have no maybe you have no clue. You have an idea of where you'd like to go, but you're not really seeing clearly the direction that you're going. We have more information now than we did a month ago, that's for sure. So you might have a little bit of an idea. You can. They're showing me the line of lighting up fireflies in the blackness, and they're showing me along the path and a curve. So you're seeing some of your path, right? And which has brought you more ease than, let's say, what you had maybe a month ago. So your angels and guides are going to continue to take you along your path and to trust in that. And over these next 7 days, look for that spiritual inspiration. Look for those messages that come through and take action when you are inspired, and you will continue within your flow. And they're showing me Goddess Yamuna, the card from my Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. And there's a big wave behind her, and that wave is representing the energy that's pushing us forward. And they're reminding me of the dolphin in the background, too. This card came up this morning, actually. So, the just before my yoga class, I pulled it for inspiration for the class. And it's on YouTube, Instagram, by the way. I did my yoga class on Instagram this morning. So that play energy is representation of creativity, joy, and abundance. So find ways to stay within your joy, to allow that creativity to flow, and to reap that fertility, that abundance. And we'll keep on moving forward with the wave. It's interesting how all of these cards seem to have related. If you resonated with all the cards, I resonated with all the cards today. So maybe you also resonate with all the cards, or certain cards stood out for you today. So again, trust that intuition. So that is it for Intuition Wednesday. I hope that was helpful. Keep on practicing that intuition. If you're wanting to work one on one with me, I do channel and healing sessions. I also do intuitive yoga classes, group yoga over Zoom and in person, and also one on one yoga or couples yoga. So if you're wanting to have that one on one experience, maybe you have a while, or maybe you've never done yoga before and you would like to learn how to do the poses properly, you don't necessarily want other people watching and stuff, then even just signing up for one class with me or a series, right? It depends on what you're drawn to. So I just want to let you know that I'm here to assist if that's something you're interested in. If you want to connect with me on my other social media platforms, my Instagram channel has my link tree in the bio, which has the links to all of my social media platforms, including YouTube. And so Instagram is the.joyful.yogini. So it's the.joyful.yogini. And my YouTube channel is The Joyful Yogini. But as I said, that link is on my link tree in my bio of my Instagram. So I hope you have a fabulous rest of your week. I will be doing Feel Good Friday on Friday, of course, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is Toronto time. And I do that live on Instagram and on YouTube. So I would love for you to join me. We have a different theme every week. You can check out my YouTube channel for the past Feel Good Fridays. Always amazing messages that come through. And if you're drawn to watching a certain Feel Good Friday, on any particular day. It doesn't matter how many weeks later, then that is when you were meant to receive those messages. I also include with Feel Good Friday the weekend reading. So messages come through to help you with the energy of that weekend. However, if you're watching it on a totally different week, then again, those are the messages that are needed for that time. What does that say? Mala Jet. Awesome. Is it okay to start yoga post 40? 100%. Yeah, I would definitely connect in with your doctor, just because if you have any different physical stuff going on, you might want to connect and see where they are at. But I definitely got heavily into yoga after 40. So I did yoga when I was a kid with my mom, and then after having my third child, or when I was pregnant with my third child, which was at age 39, I took a 10-week yoga class. It was a Kundalini yoga, and I loved it. But then I didn't do it again until several years later. What? Until maybe 14 years later. I'm aging myself here. Was 14 years later? Age later? No, that's too much. Not 14 years. I really aged myself there. Anyways, it was several years later. It was definitely in my 40s, and and then I fell in love and started doing it daily, and now more balance between weight training and yoga, which is perfect for me. But yeah, you could definitely do that. So you might want to tap in to talk to your doctor and see if it's going to be a good match for you. But 100%, I might not be as flexible as other yogis because I haven't been doing it consistently for, let's say, 10, 20 years. But that's okay, right? That's okay. So maybe my legs, when I'm in cobbler's pose or a cross-legged pose, maybe my knees aren't down to the ground. Who cares, right? We are at wherever we're at, and that's all perfection in our own experience. Hey, SGM. So from my light to yours, everybody, namaste. I hope you all have a fabulous day. You thought I was in my 30s. Oh, wow, Mala, I'm actually 51. I am 51. So, but hey, that's a beautiful compliment. I will take that, and you just made my day. So, I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube first. Feel free if you have any more questions, you can also send me a DM. So, thank you for watching, and hope to see you for Feel Good Friday, 8 p.m. Toronto time. All right.